Hello, and welcome to ResellQueen Chronicles. I am Tiffy T the ResellQueen, your host of ResellQueen Chronicles. A few household things really quick before we go into today's topic. We still have some reseller kits available. Not a lot, but we still have some more available. You can go on ResellQueen.com. And it's right on the front page. The ResellQueen store is right there. Remember, shipping is included in the continental United States. And I believe we still have everything under $100. So you should be able to at least triple, sometimes quadruple your money with the items that I have packed in there. It is a combination of whether it's wholesale or liquidation. Everything is in condition that something can be sold as new. Nothing is used. Just wanted to put that out there so that everyone knew. As I said, we still have those available. I probably will continue this season up until probably the week before Easter. And I will be taking a break mid-April and possibly coming back sometime June. Not June. I'd say more like July. According to how things work, I have a lot of things going on in my life right now. So I need to stay focused on that. Also, we have businesses. As you guys know, I don't just do ResellQueen Chronicles and reselling. But I do plan that during that time period, I will be dropping, little informational videos, especially if there's any big reseller news, I may just drop a live, which will be like a bonus episode for those that like to listen to me on the podcast. So you have options to follow what's going on. I'm not going to leave you guys out there stranded without knowing what's happening in the reseller world. It's probably best if you just follow me on YouTube and subscribe. It's youtube.com/ ResellQueen, and that'll take you right to my channel. If you are checking the descriptions boxes, there should be links there to all of my stuff. Follow me there. You can reach me at info@resellqueen.com. Hope I got everything out the way. So you know how to contact me if you have questions, if something's going on if something happens major in the reseller world, I'm probably going to pop in, do a bonus episode just so that we can talk about it and that you're aware. All right. So the name of this show is It's Time to Raise Your Prices. And the reason why I'm saying you need to raise your prices is because reseller fees are going up. If you happen to follow me on any of my social medias, I dropped this infographic that you see on the screen today. The infographic shows the reseller fee increases that are going to happen this year. These are not all of them. I just want to make that be known. So you may say, hey, I don't see certain things on here. I did the ones that I thought were the most relevant and on the platforms and for shipping things that you guys mainly use. I didn't want to make it too jarbled, but make everyone aware. And the reason why I did it that way is because I want to make everyone aware of what's happening and what could potentially make it so for you that you need to raise your prices. Now, this is not something that is new. Don't start thinking, oh, here goes this one platform raising prices again, yada, yada, yada. There's going to be reasons for why they need to raise their prices, or I should say raise their fees. One, there are people that do work at these places and they have to pay them an income. We all hear about income equality these days. We have people that want to be paid $15 an hour for minimum wage jobs. I'm sure people at these places make way more than minimum wage. However, they still have to pay these people. They still have expenses. And of course, we got to fund the mission to Mars. All right. That's just my little quip. But seriously, this is what comes with the territory. So just know that this is going to be normal. I do have, as I said, I put this infographic out on all my social media, and you can see some of the reseller fee increases that are going to be happening this year. The first one that already happened on February 1st, and that was Mercari. They went up in their shipping prices. They do actually have offers for more shipping options on Mercari. I will put the link in a chat so that you guys can take a look at that. It's really just Mercari.com/shipping. And if you want to take a look at some of the options that you have now when you're listing a product when it comes to shipping, I believe, if my husband's watching, he can correct me. I believe we offer our own shipping on Mercari. I don't believe we have it paid through them. I could be wrong, but not sure. My husband will let me know if that's the case. In any event, I feel that at any time that you can do shipping yourself, that's really the best option. Not just for you, but also for your customer. Because if you think about, I always think about like Poshmark. It's $7 and some odd cents on Poshmark for a person to get shipping. For the person to have shipping, you do have the option as a seller to provide them with either free shipping or a discounted shipping. It does eat into your profits. So you do have to price your things just right, or you're taking a loss on your item. I really feel that when it comes to that, I prefer to provide my own shipping. That's just me. That gives me more control. However, and when I say provide my own shipping, I mean, it's me using a ShipStation, of course, and putting in my orders, doing my shipping that way. However, there are some protections when you use a particular platform's shipping. So you want to, look at that and weigh your options. It's whatever works best for your business. What works best for me may not work best for you. So just always remember that. All right. So next, on the fee increases, this just started March 1st. eBay has raised the final value fee in most of the categories. The final value fee, it comes up to about, I think it's like 30 cents more per $100. If you have a store. If you don't have a store, it comes up to about 35 cents more per item if you do not have a store. Also, I don't know if I even have this on the slide. Let me take a look. Also, that you want to remember, eBay also raised a below standard penalty fee from 5% to 6%. But what is nice though that they did talk about on eBay is they promised to credit fees for partial refunds and the per order fee for canceled transactions. So that's kind of good. You kind of get something back if something has to be returned or if there's an issue. When it comes to this, I'm not really surprised or concerned. It's what normally happens. They also had a listing upgrade fee. That subtitle, the fee, they upgraded that fee by 50 cents, which I think might be like $2.50 now. Don't quote me on that one. I never use that. I never use that subtitle thing. I get why you would, because sometimes you may not have enough characters. But the only way that I would maybe do that is if I had a high valued item and I wanted to make sure that I had my SEO good. That might be the only reason. If there is anyone that does use that subtitle feature in eBay, send me a note. See, let me know how that works for you. I don't really use it. I see that it's there, but I have never felt the need. I'll say it that way. So then next, as always, the UPS, United States Postal Service, they're going to be going up on some fees next month. Next month, this may not really impact most people, but if you happen to sell large or odd shaped items, you will want to know about this. They will institute a new surcharge fee, including a $1.50 dimensions non-compliance fee and the $4 and $15 non-standard fee. So what does that mean? So the new $1.50 fee is applicable to certain competitive products, will be assessed on parcels that are greater than 1 cubic foot or with a length greater than 22 inches. If the customer did not provide dimensions or provide inaccurate dimensions in the electronic manifest file. So I'm really curious to see how that would work on eBay, because if you have one, I should say, if you do shipping and you through eBay and you have one item, you normally have to put in dimensions. But if you do it like bulk shipping, which is how I would normally do it, the only times I have ever seen that it asks for dimensions when I do it that way is if maybe if it's going priority. And I don't really ship a lot priority. I ship a lot first class. I keep my stuff under a pound. That was my goal during COVID, keeping everything under a pound, because once you hit those priority prices, whew, the only time I would ever do something that is priority, that's not technically under a pound, is if it's something that I want to make sure I get to the customer very quickly, or if it has a very high value and I want to have all those protections that comes with shipping priority. That's still a side note. So I'm very anxious to see how that will work if you do like the bulk shipping option on eBay. So I'll keep you guys abreast of that as time goes by. It's April 3rd that gets implemented. So we'll see how that works. Also I also add this in for the first class package service, which is basically what most of us use. Prices will increase 7.6% on average, with an 8.4% increase for first class package service retail and 7.4% increase for first class package service commercial. So for us, those of us who do our shipping through different services, I believe it's going to be the 7.4%, because the way that our shipping is done, for most of us, and even for those of you that may be using a shipping service or you ship through eBay, you are paying the commercial cubic rate. So you're not paying full retail, meaning if you were to go to the post office window with your item, you're going to pay more at the post office window versus using the shipping service, which is one of the reasons why you want to ship that way. Just want to let you guys know that if you didn't know. So that is going to be April 3rd. All that stuff is going to be implemented. I have already anticipated that, and I have already, for my items that sell the most, because I do replenishments, I have already increased my prices to possibly cover what this hike is going to be. Honestly, I can always think or try to do my own calculation to see what it may be, but honestly, you're not really going to know until this happens. So April 3rd, we're going to see what happens with these shipments. So April 3rd, let me see what day that happens to be, because it seems like these things get implemented like during like the first week of where there's a Monday or something like that. So April 3rd, April 3rd is a Sunday. So if you have sales that come in April 1st or April 2nd, which is a Friday or Saturday, you better get them all shipped by Saturday night, because once midnight hits on Saturday night and you're going to be shipping on Sunday, it's a possibility those fees are going to go up. It may last until the 3rd on midnight, but I don't even like to play those games. So I actually want to make myself a note right here just to tell me to make sure that I get my shipments in on that weekend by that Saturday night, so I don't have to worry about incurring higher fees. Just so that can be a note that you want to make to yourself as well. Probably around that time, I'll be posting something on social media anyway. Then next, Etsy. And on April 11th, they are raising their fees from 5% to 6.5%. And that's going to take effect April 11th. So adjust your listings accordingly. I don't really feel that that's too much. I mean, that's going up 1.5%. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit more. So price your stuff accordingly. That's really the best way I can say about Etsy. I don't do a lot on Etsy. I kind of just get direct deposits on Etsy because I sell downloadable products on Etsy. I do not have anything that's handmade. I was doing some vintage on there at one point in time before COVID hit. But everything I do on there is downloadable products. So I kind of just don't really do much other than create my digital products, put them up to be downloaded, and get notification about my sale and go, all right, cool, I'm getting some money. So that's how I use Etsy. But just wanted to give you guys that information. All right. So before we go into the rest of this presentation, we will be right back after this.
Shipping can be complicated and time-consuming, but it doesn't have to be that way. Welcome to ShipStation, a web-based shipping software for online retailers. Input orders from wherever you sell and create labels for however you ship, all in one place. With our powerful automation tools, mobile app, and branded tracking page, you can focus less on shipping and more on growing your business. With ShipStation, you save both time and money. Let's get ship done. Get started with ShipStation today.
Click the link in the description box to receive a special discount from ShipStation.
Meet Jamie. Jamie is super excited. No, she didn't win the lottery. And her boyfriend didn't just propose. No, she didn't just save money on her car insurance. Jamie just started her own virtual online tax business with one-stop taxes for free.
Come see what all the excitement is about. Visit ttracy.myonestoptaxes.com.
And we are back. Welcome back to ResellQueen Chronicles. We are going over the new fees that are going to be implemented, whether it be on a marketplace or for shipping. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what we spoke about before the break. We talked about eBay. It will be raising prices. We'll be raising final value fees on things starting March 1st. the United States Postal Service, USPS, is going to be instituting some surcharge fees. And Etsy is raising their commission fees from 5 to 6%. All right. So now on to Amazon. So Amazon is going to be raising their fees for MCF. Now, you may say, what the heck is MCF? MCF is multi-channel fulfillment. Now, if you're not sure what that is, most of you are familiar with Amazon FBA. Basically, you find something, you need to sell it. Instead of you storing it, they store it at Amazon for you. And you go through the process to ship it out to Amazon. It gets taken to their warehouse and it sits there until it gets sold, yada, yada, yada. If you're listening to me, you probably already know how that works. What many people do not know is that you can also have Amazon as your third-party shipper. I have personally used them as a third-party, as my shipper for other websites. It isn't cheap, but it is kind of cost effective, and they still treat the package, in my opinion, the same way they will with their packages in reference to the speed that it reaches to a person. There is a cost involved. You do have to submit, where it's going to go. I believe now there's a more, because I haven't used it in about a year or two, but there is more of a process with it now. I know I used to pay like an extra $1 so that the box didn't say Amazon on it. However, I think now they don't guarantee that. And I believe that's what made me move away from doing that, because I didn't want a person to go on my website, order something I put in for my stuff to be sold, to be shipped rather, and they receive an Amazon box. Then they think they were drop shipped, when that's not really the case. I'm just using Amazon as my warehouse. I've done it many, many times using the multi-channel fulfillment. Keep in mind, if you do, this is not here, but I just wanted to let you guys know, if you happen to use the multi-channel fulfillment and Amazon Logistics does the delivery, most other marketplaces will not recognize Amazon Logistics as a proper delivery service. So if it does not get delivered by the post office, UPS, or FedEx, most marketplaces will not consider it delivered. So if you have a problem with an item that Amazon ships that is not technically for Amazon, just know that ahead of time, just in case. Don't be like me and have to find that out later. So that's just a little tidbit that is not on the slide. Some of the information, their fulfillment fees are going to increase, obviously, because they feel that they can be a little bit more competitive. So on here, let's see here. I have a couple of examples of what the fees will look like. So if you have a current standard delivery, that's going to be about $5. I think $5.29. It's going to, new fee for standard is $5.35. That's really not bad. It's going to get more expensive the bigger the item is. So if you have a large standard size, it's normally $6.20, and that's going to get raised to $7.45 if you happen to use the multi-channel fulfillment. If you have your own website, or if I've used this, I actually made a mistake one time, thought I had a certain amount of items at home because I had stuff cross-listed, and I was shipping from home for eBay, and doing Amazon FBA. I thought I had enough at home. Turns out I did not, because I also don't just do eBay and Amazon. We also sell at flea market, and I didn't keep good records. That was all on me. I had Amazon fulfillment. I had enough in Amazon, shipped it to the customer. It worked out perfect. They were none the wiser. So it helped me out. That's how I figured out, oh, this really does work. There are, I believe, integration services that you can use, so you don't have to go in and fully type all that out, like their name, their address. I did not use anything like that because my level of sales that I was using Amazon to fulfill wasn't that much. And it didn't, in my opinion, warrant me to spend money on yet another plugin, another service. But that was for me. You might find that different for you and your business. Okay, so back to eBay. So June 1st, eBay is going to have some more raises in their prices, but this is going to be specifically for promoted listings. All right, so this is going to be June 1st. The ad fee, and they talked about this a little bit at the seller check-in. The ad fee will be calculated in all markets based on the total amount of the sale for each attributed sale, using the same basis we use to calculate final value fees, including the applicable taxes, shipping, and other applicable fees described. Currently, in certain markets, including the US, the promoted listing standard fee ad rate applies only to the final price of the item. So it only equates to the final price of the item, which I need to get some clarity on, because as a person who does a lot of coupons, as well as I like to put a lot of sales and deals for my customers, I believe the way that it was explained, and I may need to get some more clarification, is the final price, meaning the actual price the customer paid, not the price it was listed at. I believe that is what the way that it was being explained. At the time when this was explained, I didn't have that question because, of course, that's not how that works. So I will get more clarification on that. Just reading what the other notes that I kind of have here is that currently in certain markets, including the United States, the promoted listing standard ad rate applies only to the final price of the item. So we shall see. Yeah, currently that's what they're saying. So I'm not really, I need to check on that just a little bit more, because the way that it's worded is like as if they were pricing that fee off of something else. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what else you would price it off of, but the way that they are, I don't know if that's just like further clarification, which eBay likes to do a lot. I guess they do that often, where they will say that this is how something works, and their terminology is like counterintuitive. It just doesn't make sense. And then they'll come out with new verbiage trying to explain that nothing's changed, but this is just the new verbiage, and it still makes you not understand. So I don't know if that's just legalese talks that they're doing or what, but I'll get some more clarification if anyone has any questions. So next, in July of this year, the post office will be raising rates again. This is standard. So before people start getting all up in arms, it's like every 6 months, this is what happens. We don't have much information on what those rates are going to be. We normally get that information publicized closer to the date that it's going to occur. So I would imagine sometime May, we will find out what the increases are going to be. But we'll have to stay tuned on that. So we don't have much information other than we know that they are going to do some increases in July, because we don't even have a date. We just know that it's going to be in July. And back to Amazon again. So I did not put it I did not make it understandable on this slide. I think there is going to be a surcharge on August 1st applied to orders in Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands and Alaska. But this is only for the multi-channel. For the multi-channel fulfillment. This is not for regular customers. Anyone's using Amazon FBA. No, this is going to be something that's seller related. If you are using Amazon as your shipping service, they're going to add a surcharge on top of the higher prices that they're just getting ready to start charging on, let's see here, May 9th. Oh, my birthday. They are going to impose those higher fees for the multi-channel fulfillment. Well, August 1st, on top of those higher fees, they're also going to add surcharges for Hawaii, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Alaska. So essentially, the non-continental United States, basically, is what I say it. So that is a breakdown of the reseller fee increases that are going to happen this year and why you need to raise your prices so that you can counteract what's getting ready to happen. I tell you this information so that you can use it to do your business, whatever way that you feel is the best to do your business. That is why I'm telling you that. Whew. So that was a lot to go over. But I know that my show is not the most, and it's not saying that it's not the most entertaining, but I just like to give you guys information so that you understand the mechanics and the boring stuff of your business so that you can make money. No one wants to have a sale, do their shipping, and then after everything's all said and done, make $2. That's not fun. I've been there, folks. All because I didn't stay informed. You have to stay informed. Do you really think that people that run Fortune 500 companies are not informed about things? People that are in marketing are not informed about the latest trends, the latest things that people are into? They stay informed, whether they care or not. I really don't care about all these fee increases. Some of these things that just kind of come with the flow of having a business in this reseller world. But I need to stay abreast so that I know what's happening. And so I do the research and I let you guys know so that way you don't have to go through that process. And always feel free to do your own research. If you have anything that you see that I didn't talk about and you're like, I didn't hear ResellQueen talk about that, send it to me. info@resellqueen.com. Might be something I don't know about, or it might be something I saw and said, I don't really care about it. Seriously, happens a lot. Well, normally I end with like some reseller news. Basically, I feel like the updates of what's happening with fees was really the reseller news this week. But there is one other thing that is happening. It's already started to happen, but I wanted to make everyone aware, just in case you haven't checked it. On eBay, their payout schedule, you now have 4 options. It used to be you got paid daily or you got paid weekly. They have added 2 more options to that. So it can be bi-weekly, and they have also added monthly. So you have 4 options of how you want your payment with them. So you have daily, weekly, bi-weekly, so that's every 2 weeks, or monthly. I don't know how it's preset in reference to the day. I went and checked out my payout schedule. And if I took myself off a daily and went by the weekly or bi-weekly or monthly, it always ended up on a Tuesday. And I don't get options to change change it from a Tuesday. So for me, that means I would get my money on a Wednesday, because whenever I get the email about a payout, normally the next day it hits my bank account. I haven't made any changes. I like my money daily. I'm still not happy that I don't have access to it in the same fashion that I used to on PayPal. You'll stop hearing me complain about it if they attach a debit card or something like that to my eBay balance. You can't tell me y'all don't have that function available because you had it with PayPal. Yeah, I sound a little aggravated. And the reason why is because now it actually forces me to keep more money in reserve for when I get low on product. It used to be I didn't have to have that much money in reserve, because as my totals were doubling up and I could see where I was in my inventory, I could just order what I needed and I could actually never be in zero. Well, because I need to have some of the money there to replenish, and I prefer to replenish out of money that I made, not using credit cards and things of that nature. Well, I shouldn't say I don't use credit cards. However, I prefer not to. I don't like my business being indebted. That's a pet peeve for me. Not saying that I won't, but I will, but I prefer not to. I prefer that I could just use a debit card attached to my balance on eBay, and that will have me to stop moaning about this whole thing, because I have been so accustomed to get a sale, ship it out, money's available, got my debit card, have a nice balance there, let me replenish before I hit zero. Now, sometimes I'm very, very close to zero when I replenish. And when I replenish, I'm not a person that likes to order 5, 10. I like to order 20, 30, 50 units at a time. So which means that I may have to sell about 15 to 20 units of something to have enough money to do the 20 or 50 units of something. So it requires me to sell that, but then wait on the whole availability process, and then have the money available through eBay, and then they send it out, which is about a 3-day process. Doesn't sound that long. However, when my inventory starts to dwindle down and I see that it's dwindling down and I see where my money is and it's not in my bank account, it does make me a little irritated. I digress. So I just wanted to give you guys that little reseller update. There are probably some other updates that have come out. Nothing really noteworthy for me. But I just wanted to make everyone aware, because I don't think that it was publicized, but not heavily publicized. And I checked it out and thought, okay, I don't know if everyone knows that. So, all right, guys, this has been a full edition of ResellQueen Chronicles. Again, we have reseller kits available on the website, which is ResellQueen.com. Follow me on all my social medias. The links are all down below on the description box. If you get to watch me, I hope that that infographic gave you a lot of information so that you know how to plan for your business. If you are not watching me, rather, and you are listening to me on the podcast, go to my social media. I have the infographic on all my social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. I will also upload it to YouTube now that I just thought about that. But if you watch it on YouTube, you will see the infographic there, and you'll be able to see what I was talking about right in front of your face. Whew. Again, we're probably going to do about 3 or 4 more shows before we take a break, and we'll come back. If there is anything that happens while I am gone, I will go live, or put out a bonus episode to keep everyone abreast. All right, guys, this has been another edition of ResellQueen Chronicles. I am Tiffy T, the Resell Queen. Bye.